All right, coaches, parents, beginners, whoever you are, we're going to start real basic. And the purpose of this is, again, we want to be able to teach the beginner or anybody that's a coach that doesn't know where to go with their practices or whatnot. First off, the throwing is the most important, in my opinion, the most important thing that you want to do to start with your players. The reason we do ball to the wall, and there's a few reasons, but the number one reason for ball to the wall is it creates oppositional throwing. And what that means is it creates left foot. If I'm a right-handed thrower, right hand up, left foot out. A lot of kids, and I'll kind of go through this as we go, a lot of kids will step same side throwing. And what we want to create with the ball to the wall, what that does is it gets them in the oppositional throwing and what we call ball to the wall. And I use ball to the wall with the players. So it's just a catchy cue. Anytime you can use that, it's going to help your players remember. Now, what they can't do on ball to the wall is they cannot cross themselves and go same side throwing. They are already in opposition. Now, I know a lot of people believe that you want to have a rhythm with your throwing and do the full throwing motion. But what this does is it lets your players begin with probably the most important phase of the throwing that they are missing. So we're going to go ahead and skip right to that part of the throwing phase right now. We have Ethan here. Ethan's going to go ball to the wall. And a couple things that he's going to do when he goes ball to the wall. Number one, he's got his ball actually to the wall. A lot of kids will throw what I call throwing pies. And they'll get their ball facing their target as opposed to having their ball to the wall. So the ball to the wall also creates the correct throwing position where the ball should be pointing away from the player's head. Now, from this position, the player is going to turn and throw, and the ball to the wall position, some things that you're going to have to look for is elbow below shoulder. That's another don't that we want to watch for. So we've got oppositional throwing, we've got ball to the wall, and we've got elbow above shoulder. Now, Ethan's not going to throw the ball. He's just going to go through the motion. He's got his ball to the wall, and what I do is we call it ball to the wall, and then belly button turns to target. And we squish the bug, squish the bug with our back foot. So he's going to go through that motion. Go ahead. Good. And he's going to do it again. Now, I'm going to let him throw here. Okay? And what we're going to look at here when he throws is when Ethan throws, I'm going to let him throw as far as he can. So what that does is, and he's already warmed up, he's been throwing, we're at the end of our practice. He's already warmed up, he's ready to go. You don't ever want to have anybody just start off all the way back. You want to progress to this. So he's already warmed up, he's ready to go. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to let him throw it as far as he can. All right, so Ethan, go ahead and throw it as far as you can. All right, now what that does, when you let someone throw it as hard as you can, you create you get rid of another don't, which is ball being too close to the head. A lot of kids they'll get ball to the wall and then they'll go straight to their ear or feet or go straight to their head with the ball. What you want to watch for is making sure that the kids are actually keeping that L in their arm the entire throwing motion. Don't let them get by their ear. Don't let them go ball to the wall and then get by their head. See if they can keep that ball away from their body, away from their head the entire time. Now let's watch him again. I want you to look for those things as he goes. First off, he's got opposition. He's got his ball facing to the wall. He's got his elbow above the shoulder. And then last, he's going to keep his elbow out his elbow up as he keeps that L pattern with his arm, keeping that ball away from his head. Let's take a look. Good. Now, again, let's review at the end. I want to go through some basic cues. Cues that you want to use with your team. Number one, ball to the wall. I also call it the muscle position. Okay, you're showing their muscles. Number two, we want to make sure they're elbow up, elbow up. Number three, I say take a picture with your belly button of your target. So we say turn, take a picture with your belly button. And then last, I call it follow through with the floppy arm or a dead arm. And then your back foot squishing the bug for now. When they get advanced, it will start to progress. Thank you.